Good morning, Miss Lisa Cox. How are you on this gorgeous day?
Good morning. I'm doing well. Very happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Flavor of Crossville. This is Miss Lisa Cox of Paramount Title. I remember you first started out in Fairfield long time ago because, with the roofing, we would go and do escrow, stuff like that.
Right.
So tell me, are you originally from Crossville?
No, I actually grew up in Roane County, so not far from here.
Okay.
Tennessee, but 30 minutes just down the mountain. Moved to Crossville in 2005.
So what brought you to Crossville?
Paramount, really. So in December of 2000, we started this office in Fairfield, and I had someone reach out to me about, I lived in Roane County, so only about a 30-minute drive. And I had someone reach out to me about opening an office for the company. And so I made the drive and thought, well, it's not too bad. Dealing with the time difference was a little challenging, but
Yeah, that one
crazy to adjust to.
Killer.
But came up here in December of 2000 and opened the office. Started going around to meet all the agents and the lenders because we still had the Realtors Association up here. So they met on a monthly basis and got to meet a lot of great people, and affectionately became known as the Nut Lady because I went around to all the offices with a big, huge jar of cashews that I gave out to everybody with my business card.
That's way better than donuts.
That just kind of stuck for a while. And I said, hey, if that's how you remember me, that's okay. And the Lord has blessed us and we have grown ever since.
Yes, indeed. So you have what, 4 locations now?
Yes, 4. Our the primary one is what we call the quote main office is the one in Fairfield. We have one in Cookeville on South Walnut Avenue. We have one in Crossville in town over beside Food City, just off West Avenue, and one in Lenoir City, which is on Kelsey Lane. It's just past, well, it's actually in front of Home Depot.
Okay. I think I've been to that one also.
Yeah.
So I think I've hit all your offices.
There you go. I like it.
So have you been in title always, or what brought you to title work?
So I've kind of been in real estate as a whole for going on 32 years. So I started out in a bank in 1989 as a loan processor, and then worked there for a couple of years, went from there to the attorney's office that represented the bank. So that really helped me make a connection between why we got documents from the attorney's office and then why the attorney's office would always say, well, the bank wants this or that. It really made a connection for me as to why we need what we need.
Right.
And then I worked there for about 11 years. That was in Oak Ridge. My husband and I had a small construction company and a little tire store in Kingston. So I left the attorney's office and went to work there for a couple of years, and then decided I wanted to get back into the legal field. And then that's when I came to Crossville. So
got it.
Kind of a crazy story on how I ended up here, but that's how I ended
up. Well, that kind of gives some good background because, I can only speak from experience in what we've done together. And, you've gotten deals done where other title companies or attorneys have just walked away and said, we can't do it. And somehow you always find a way to do it. And it's probably because of the extensive background that you have, that you understand the connection and why you're able to be so successful. And I don't know what I would do without you. And so I know with the expansion to 4 offices and, COVID, I know, you've had some growing pains trying to keep staff and stuff like that. So what have been your biggest obstacles?
Biggest obstacles would probably be staffing, having people that want to work. Right now, I'm thankful. I'm hoping we've grown through that part. I've got a really good team right now that I'm thankful for. And going through COVID last year, it obviously the majority of businesses dealt with problems there, not enough people, everybody out sick, having to close, work remotely, whatever. But as different staff members got sick or couldn't work or didn't have, lived down in the county where their service wasn't well enough to work from home, other staff members really stepped up to the plate. And we had some people who would typically just open a file trying to help put a settlement statement together. Everybody really just jumped in and tried to help make sure everybody's transaction got closed on time. Obviously some growing pains through that, struggles through that, but I really loved the team atmosphere. So although COVID was bad, it showed me some things with my staff that I'm thankful for.
And I agree, because you guys did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
So what's next for Paramount Title?
Just continuing to close transactions. I would like to see us in the future, maybe so I have my two partners, Chris Cantrell, Dee Dee Johnson. They are both attorneys. They don't necessarily practice up in our area. So I would like to see us maybe have an attorney here in the office that would be readily available. Chris and Dee Dee are great and are always, sometimes that's how we can get things worked out. They're really, well, have you thought about this? Have you looked into this? Have you asked this question? They think outside the box because they focus on title. So they realize what needs to happen to get a transaction closed. And I'm so thankful for that. And I think as we continue to grow, adding another senior counsel to Paramount will just help make us that much stronger.
That makes sense. And I know that, like I said, we've had some doozies over the past years. Yeah. And somehow, by the grace of God, we've been able to pull every one of them out. We've never had one that we've lost or had to walk away from. And that's one of the things that has endeared me to you is, you have even driven all the way to Dalton, Georgia to get a signature so we could get a file closed. And I don't know of anybody that would do that. And, there's a lot of people that work for a living, but then there's other people that really take pride in what they do and put their best foot forward. And like you say, think outside the box. Mm-hmm. And so we're really blessed to have someone of your caliber and, more importantly, of your willingness to help us, because without you we're dead. We're dead in the water. So I also know your husband is a preacher and he has a church, and then you guys do a lot to help help us. You sponsor a lot of events. So what are the other things that you do outside of Paramount?
So yes, as you said, my husband's a pastor, so do a lot of things with our church. I have a women's Bible study that I lead on Monday nights, and really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy studying God's word and letting it change my life, take his word, apply it to my life, and then really just share it with others in an everyday environment. As I go through my day, as we've talked, sometimes struggling with things through business or through just life in general, being able to pray with people about those things or, help in any way. We travel a lot with missions. COVID has obviously, stopped that for a little while, but we've traveled to quite a few different countries to share the gospel. Obviously do it here, and through our warehouse ministry that we've had for a long time, been able to help a lot of people who needed the help with something as simple as diapers for their children, or like you guys came in, roofing shingles to help people be able to put roofs on their house, and
several elderly
labor
people
and stuff like that to be able to get that done. So
we have a lot of elderly that are on fixed income and they needed a roof, and so we were able to work together and facilitate a lot of that, and that was very exciting. I always like to do that stuff. So is there anything else that you would like everyone to know about Lisa Cox and Paramount Title?
Well, I just want to say thank you, to whoever's watching this. Thank you to Cumberland County and the surrounding county for just really welcoming us. We've been here, December of this year will be 21 years.
Wow.
Not native from here, so I had a lot. I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. Making me feel old because I remember when you opened
It's
it.
amazing. And I had a lot of people very skeptical saying, hey, well, you're a woman. You're not, you're not going to make it here. You're not from Cumberland County. It's a very close-knit community, and, had a lot of naysayers. But I think they saw that I have a desire to work hard, that I want to do things right. We are like everybody else in the world. We've made mistakes. But I would like to think that we step up to the plate and say, hey, we did this, let's fix it, and then get the problem fixed. And Cumberland County has just really opened up its arms to us and welcomed us. And I love living here, and love the people, and just thankful to be a part.
Well, I can attest to the fact that when I moved here 25 years ago, and at least you were a Tennessean, I was a Yankee. So I know it did used to be a very closed community to outsiders of all, and it has grown tremendously.
Yes.
And that's why we decided to host this, because a lot of people ask me when they're looking from outside the area, what's there, what's it like? And we decided to kind of bring the flavor of Crossville, letting them know that, there are people that are from here, there are people that are not from here, but the county itself has grown tremendously, and diversely, and graciously. I think that we have a great community. I love living here too. This is probably where they'll bury me, because I can't see leaving the mountain. And they always say, once you come to the mountain, you'll never leave. And
That's right.
I believe that's correct. So
I agree.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for taking time. I know you are so busy right now with the refis and the purchases and everything else. So I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend a few minutes with us and kind of share what Paramount Title is about. And I look forward to seeing you on Friday the 29th at Boo Bash.
Yes.
And so anybody that has questions about any title work or just in general about buying and selling, it's a great time to come out in an informal setting and just have a conversation and meet some of the people that we work with and get your questions answered and have a little fun and snack on some sweets.
There you go. That sounds like a plan. Thank you for letting me be part. I love to watch all these that you've been doing with the different businesses in town. So thanks for letting me be a part. And thank you, Crossville. Y'all have been a blessing to us, and we're thankful to be here.
All right, Lisa, you have a great one, and I'll see you on Friday.
Sounds good.
Bye for now.